Welcome to the Game Rage Star Wars podcast.
Oh, yeah. Just ignore that real shitty fucking intro, because I'm working on it. We're working on it, all right? Just fucking, there's a lot going on. We just restarted this, all right? Listen, I know I'm giving you excuses, but just know that we're working on it. But anyways, welcome, as I said fucking very stupidly at the beginning, to the Game Rage Star Wars podcast. My name's Josh. I'm here today with good buddy Frank.
What's up?
And today we're going to talk about the Clone Wars. As we said in the last episode, the first thing we were going to do is we're going to talk about Clone Wars, the 2D microseries by Genndy Tartakovsky. I can't say his fucking name. The guy who made Dexter's Lab and Samurai Jack, all right? We're going to talk about Volume 1 of that, which, you know, it's about an hour long. And there's a lot of stuff that happens in there. This show is one of my favorites of all time, I think, as we said, of the last, this is one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars content that was ever made. And I was thinking about this earlier when Yoda is because the thing starts off, and I love that just basic. I don't know if it's basic, but it's simple. That intro where it just comes up, it has a Star Wars logo, and then it just says Clone Wars, and it's like that, like that radio tuning noise. There's no music. It's just, that is so fucking epic. That's how you know the shit was gonna be fire, right? Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know if I've ever thought about like this before, and I don't know if you have thought about this either, so I'm curious to see your thoughts on the Clone Wars. But Yoda, it opens with Yoda, he's riding like a Cladu or whatever the fuck those things are called, and he's like just epically like a knight. He just puts his lightsaber forward, and there just is like charge, and everything's going, and he's like narrating over stuff. And he's talking about like the Clone Wars, doing the Clone War things, and
Become the Clone Wars.
the Clone Wars have, and that's awesome. But as I'm watching these sequences of battle droids versus clones and everything, and it just brought me back to like the meaning of the Clone War, right? Like I think, well, at least for me, before I associate the Clone Wars with, obviously, because there's a shit ton of clones, right? Like the clones are fighting, they're the main Republic force. But as I'm watching this happen, for some reason, like Obi-Wan just like jumps in my head. Old Ben, basically. I fought with your father in the Clone Wars, like back in the Clone War days. Like I don't know why that popped in my head, and I just thought, wait a minute. I feel like the reason it was the Clone Wars wasn't just because of the clones, but because basically the major infantry and major amount of forces were either human clones or they were essentially robotic clones.
Right.
Because the droid army is fucking clones. It's literally hot clone on clone action. If Eric Bischoff was fucking doing this, HLA, hot lesbian, HCA, hot clone action is what this fucking whole series is what the whole Clone War is. And I never really thought about that until I was rewatching this, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, the droids are fucking clones too.
That's true.
It's all clones, the whole war. That's why it was called the Clone War.
And they're both made in a factory.
Right, exactly. They're both literally made in factories. And it's like, it's honestly, I don't know if Lucas intended this, and maybe I'm reading into it too much, but man, it's literally showing that this war was completely pointless other than to put Palpatine in power. And obviously it was orchestrated by him, but it literally was showing like the clones hated the Clankers. They fucking hated them. The Clankers hated the fucking clones. And they were both the same. They were the same fucking thing, man. Technically brethren. Clone brethren. I mean, listen, fuck the droids, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, it was interesting to think about it that way. But anyways, this first half of the series was fucking great. This first volume or whatever. I love the minimalistic dialogue of this whole thing.
Which is funny because what I loved about the The other animated Clone Wars is the fucking dialogue.
Right. And what's funny is this predates that Clone Wars by what? 5 years maybe?
Yeah, but it was already in works. This, like you said, this one was made by what's his name?
And this-
Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Where Clone Wars was made by George Lucas and Dave Filoni.
Right, yeah. And where this thing was meant to just bridge the gap a little bit between the release of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So,
And
sorry.
it's not canon now either.
yeah, which sucks because, like,
Well, it wasn't canon back then either.
yeah, it was.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
initially canon.
No.
I'm pretty sure it was initially canon.
No, because it was Hot Adventures. It couldn't have been canon with the Clone Wars. And the Clone Wars was canon.
Yeah, but this came out before Clone Wars, so it
No,
was canon before that, is what I'm saying.
I don't think it was ever planned because the Clone Wars, like I said, was already in production.
So
Not production, but
this
in the
originally
works.
came out in 2003.
Yeah, but
The first portion.
it was already planned out, is what I'm saying.
Clone Wars. What is this? Star Wars: Clone Wars. Let's just see. I'm just curious to know when these fucking things came out. Okay, this was this did not come out. Okay, this didn't come out. The original Clone Wars, the 3D animated, didn't come out until 2008. And this says Lucas, who closely collaborated with supervising director Dave Filoni on the series, called it a continuation of the previous Genndy Tartakovsky produced 2003 Clone Wars series. So it was canon. It was a continuation of it, is what it
Didn't
said.
explain the Hot Adventures.
Wasn't she in the Clone Wars?
Anakin killed the fuck out of her in this show.
Well, okay.
And
People also
And
fucking
if-
survive. That's a thing.
in the Clone Wars, they even talk about it's their first meeting.
Okay, well, maybe you can have the thing be canon, but take an event out that's not canon.
I'm just saying, if it is, that's another example of Lucas having his head up his ass again.
I mean, clearly that's probably true. He just fucked up. Like, I mean, that's likely the case.
And then if that was the case, what's her... And then explain fucking Grievous. A collapsed chest doesn't turn you from the most fucking powerful Jedi hunter the world has ever seen to a pretty decent Jedi hunter.
I do agree with that. I don't think that was the right move. I thought that was a bad move to do that. I thought I would have much rather seen Grievous in the movie like he was in in that series. That would have been a much more impactful thing to do, I feel like. But in this series, man, we get to see all kinds of cool shit. I mean, we see the fucking, the little thing between Anakin and Padme kind of continue on. We see the fucking Palpatine putting Anakin in situations to where, oh, he should be in charge of this, or he should be doing that.
Like how everybody in the show looks like Mongoloid versions of themselves,
Oh, yeah.
except for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan is the most Chad fucking version of himself. This is peak Obi-Wan
Yeah.
in this fucking show. But then, man, there's that one sequence, I think it's in like the second, technically, episode when the ARC troopers, Obi-Wan sends them to go fucking take that banking clan
Yeah.
town or whatever. And
Well, that's the other thing that makes it non-canon. The banking clan weren't on either side. They were funding both sides.
yeah,
So I'm just saying, it's another example of how this can't be canon.
maybe, I don't know. I'm going to believe it's canon. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love this shit.
I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm just saying it's
Oh, it's not canon?
it's not canon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love fucking Knights of the Republic, but it ain't canon.
I guess that's true. Anyway, so when they go in there and they're flying through and everything's cool, and then, okay, obviously they get shot down, and then they fucking crash, and then the one sticks his head out, looks around, tells everybody, all right, cool, let's go. And they move around, and they're all surrounding the ship. And then there's a droid with a sniper rifle above the thing. And the motherfucker, this is why the droids lost the fucking war. Why are your sniper rifles fully automatic? Because these snipers are just full autoing, and it's cool as fuck because when the scene, as they fucking showed it, was so cool. It was like fucking like some Vietnam shit. And like they're getting shot. As soon as they get shot at, all the clones return fire everywhere, and then fire just coming in for it. It was like it's just cool, man. The combat in this show was so fucking cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And I mean, we get to see. Oh, that's the other thing. We get to see Dirge. Dirge is like a fucking excellent fucking character, man. He's got those IG like Lance. I don't know what they're called, like the Lance droids or whatever. And him just being that whole concept of like they're fighting Jedi Knights, and you know they're on essentially like the
they were fighting a master.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they're like, but I'm saying the knight theme, the motif, right? Like they're fighting knights of the Republic. And then they're fighting, you know, Dirge is like their champion knight. Obi-Wan's their champion knight.
Because it came down in the canon, it came down between him and Grievous to who's going to lead the armies and stuff.
Right,
and
yeah.
Grievous won that fight.
Right, yeah. And then, I mean, we get to see fucking Kit Fisto fucking get some shit going on. We see him in this shit doing stuff. We got... the fucking there was that episode where he's down there and doing the shit with the Mon Calamari and stuff and like fucking helping them out. We got to see a lot of cool shit with that. You know, Dooku obviously was there, and this intro of like Ventress was cool, where Dooku goes to like this gladiator thing, and then she's in there and she just basically fucks everybody up, and then he's like, yes. You are my apprentice now. Ha 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 ha. I will teach you the ways of the dark side. I am the Count Dooku. Rah rah. I mean, that was fucking cool. And like the way he was fucking with her, like doing all these tests and shit, and like basically gives her the lightsaber thing shit, and then says, "Go kill Skywalker." He just kills motherfucker. And I will say, man, that fucking that little fight sequence. Well, we don't get it until the second part. But
No, it's in the first part.
no, it was in chapter 2.
I literally just watched it yesterday.
Yeah, so did I. Oh no, you know what? Where did it end? What was the last thing? Now that I fucked up.
When they... Let's see. Yeah, because I remember I watched it. I only watched part 1.
Yeah, that's what I watched too. Okay, I think it fucking... Oh, maybe it was 12 because there's 24 or yeah, there's 25. So maybe it was like 12 or 13 was where it ended. Did it end with that Mace Windu thing with those that fucking seismic droid?
I think no, that was the world ender from Rogue Squadron, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, just because I'm curious, because I don't remember where it ended at. Because you're right, that did happen there.
No, it ended with Grievous killing the fuck out of all the Jedi Knights. See? With whatever his fucking name is called.
Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was...
That was another one because she kills Shai-T there. And she's in the movies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She was supposed to be in episode 3. Yeah, and it ends with Yoda, Darker Storms coming soon.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. 12. So, okay. So, yeah, we got to see all that. We got to see fucking... what's her name? Luminara, too, on that fucking planet that she was in where she gets killed in fucking episode 3. That planet or whatever. What was that? I forget what the fuck the name of that planet is. But that was fucking cool. Yeah, that fight between Anakin and fucking Ventress, when it's raining and shit, and there's no music. Like the sizzle of the rain on the lightsabers, man.
That was my only complaint about it, is that it was only a certain parts of it. Like they should have kept
silent.
It. No. I'm talking about the sizzle of the water.
Should have been going all the time.
The whole time. It's just like only when like it was dramatic moments.
Well, it was when they were still.
Yeah, but still, like rain is everywhere. It's
true. But when they're clashing with lightsabers, I don't think you're gonna hear it as prevalent. You know.
But even when when he was walking, then he was.
Oh, I guess that's true.
He still wasn't doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Mace Windu fighting those fucking giant, what you call it's from
the World Enders.
Yeah, the World Enders, man. Those fucking seismic tanks or whatever the fuck those things are.
Well, they weren't that in Rogue Squadron, but
yeah. But that's what they were.
They were the final boss in the first one.
Yeah. Those things were fucking cool, man. And then he just basically cuts it in half with his fucking lightsaber. That was fucking dope as shit. And then oh yeah, then Yoda, they go to that fucking that one planet or whatever to go. What did they go fucking do? Didn't they go to some? Yoda went with Padme to some fucking planet, right?
I don't remember that.
Remember those invisible droids? Those like droids that would turn invisible, they blow you up or whatever.
No, are you sure that was in the second part?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm reading it right now. That was in the first part. I remember this. And then she used C-3PO as a fucking decoy.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. We got all that, and then we get. That battle between Anakin and fucking her and Asajj Ventress lasted like 5 episodes or whatever. And then we get that thing at the end that epic fucking Grievous just fucking dudes up, man. Just being a fucking terrorist. And that was what's crazy is that they didn't continue that into the fucking movie. I don't understand why they didn't do that.
Well, there was probably, remember, because in the end of the series, remember, in the second part, Mace Windu crushes his chest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why even have him have that? Just let him be Grievous. Let Obi-Wan fight him like straight up, in the end and kill him to show how fucking.
Oh yeah, you missed the.
What, I missed something?
I already forgot her name. These bitches. When they're in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, that's Luminara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the ones
with those that's where Yoda. That's who they went to go rescue. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking cool as shit. And man, it just all around was fucking like. It was just so fucking cool, man. The next volume 2 is also fucking great. I mean, we're gonna do another episode on that one, just whatever next week, just because. But yeah, I fucking love this show, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good. It was so good. Mm-hmm. And I mean, obviously, we're gonna probably be talking about the Clone Wars proper, the 3D animated one,
the actual canon one.
Yeah, the actual canon one, because that also is a fucking excellent show.
Yep.
So good. It's so good. And honestly, and Rebels too, man. Rebels was great.
Dave Filoni, man.
Dave Filoni knows what's up. And I just wish they could have done this shit to the movies, man. Like to the sequel trilogy.
Well, aren't they doing that Mandoverse movie?
Yeah, but
and Dave Filoni's attached to it, and Jon Favreau.
Yeah, that's true. So hopefully that'll be good. But I mean, the Mandalorian shit's already good. We already know this.
Well, now that the whole shit with Marvel happened, where they fired everybody that was woke.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe this will go back to being good again. I don't know.
They still haven't gotten rid of Kennedy, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, they did.
It's what?
Yeah, they did. Did they? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about what's her name, the lady that used to run YouTube.
Oh. So, anyways, I don't know, but bottom line, Star Wars used to be so good, and those things that and that's the thing too, is there's so much content out there that exists. There's these books that somebody was telling me about, these Han Solo books. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, that sounds fucking really cool as a story. Obviously, they're not canon anymore, but I was like, oh man, maybe I should get them and we should read them. And then we could do episodes about those, like those books, because they're not on fucking Audible. I already checked, because I was like, oh, maybe we can listen to them. But, because they're like old. They're from like the 80s. And they were pretty fucking sweet. The concepts of them looked pretty sweet. So maybe we should talk about those.
So yeah, apparently they gave Filoni a promotion.
To what?
Chief Creative Officer.
Oh, cool. So he gets to make the decisions now?
I mean, she's still the CEO, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyways, all right, cool. You got anything else to add? All right, well, stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be volume 2 of the Genndy Tartakovsky, I can't say his name, the 2D animated Clone Wars micro series. Anyways, if you want to listen to more of our stuff, you go to GameRageMagazine.com. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag, YouTube, Game Rage Magazine. You can also go and follow along at Anime_Syndicate_podcast on Instagram, and you can follow Frank, listen to Anime Syndicate Podcast. Also, if you like music, you can check out the All Gas No Trash and go listen to Adam. And follow him at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. All right, that does it for us. Fuck yeah. Catch you guys on the next one.
That was the Game Rage Star Wars podcast. Don't forget, like and subscribe on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. In addition to the actual website of www.GameRageMagazine.com. Check it out for a host of all of our other podcasts and everything else that we do, to be determined later. Thanks for listening.